up, y'all? How was Marty Frank's ride-along talk? Nice. Everybody else get to hear some good speakers. I just got Jeff Bright. He was putting some armor on our minds, so that was pretty good. But it's been a great weekend so far. I like the different experiences that we get to have, different speakers, some we don't get to hear from all that much. So it's been great. I have had some questions about my face this weekend. If you have seen me up close, it's a little discolored. I have heard that it was a bullfight. I've heard that it was a bull ride. I just got a bucking bronco. I've heard it was 3 or 4 guys the size of Scott Kustra. So you can decide which one you believe. I'm not sure yet which one I like the best. But yeah, I want to get into some stuff. I'll just start real simple. So 5:02 a.m., first alarm, 5:02 to 5:20, go grab my clothes that I have laid out, get ready, take care of business in the bathroom, fix my drink, pour my pre-workout and my water, shake it up, maybe sit on my phone for a couple minutes. 5:25, I'm out the door, headed to the gym. I like listening to the radio, 94.7 QDR. 5:45, get at the gym, set my bag down, get organized, take the last sip of my drink, then start my workout. So today's workout, routine's a little different when you're traveling. Today, every minute, on the minute for 12 minutes, 10 push-ups and 10 dumbbell rows. Rest 2 or 3 minutes, 5 rounds, 45 seconds on, 45 seconds rest, 15 V-ups, max curls, and the time remaining. And then, this is exactly from my text, then I was gonna do some interval running, but figured that would be too hard on the treadmill. You gotta go up and down, slow it down, speed up. So I just ran a mile, which I'm not a big fan of running, so that was a big accomplishment for me. And then when I'm home, so I get done with my routine, head home, I've got my clothes ready for the day, I've got my meal prepped, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I start my next routine, which I have planned out from the night before. So it's as easy as sitting at my desk, flipping open the book, and seeing what's on the plan for the day. But this system, strategy, plan, routine, I kind of started doing a while back, but I do all of this because I'm trying to build something great. Like, I may not look like much standing now, but like, if it was, I'd say 6 or 7 years ago, I'd go like this, and you'd probably see my head, but that's about it. Like, I was a small dude. I was athletic. I played lacrosse and hockey and football. I could run fast, but, I didn't have a lot of muscle, and I wanted to be bigger. I always played sports growing up, so I was competitive. I had, always a goal that I wanted to achieve. It might have been a win. It might have been a championship. But then after my sports career ended, after high school, I wanted some other avenue. I kind of took freshman year of college off, and that's, sleeping in till noon. Then I would take a nap after psychology class, eating whatever I could from the dining hall. So I needed to get back in some kind of plan or routine. And that's when I started working out and started going at 7:15 in the morning. I don't know why I like the mornings. I've just always been a morning workout person. But then, so 7:15 workout, started looking into how to fix my diet, how to build muscle, what I should eat, how much water I should drink, how much alcohol I should not drink, those types of things, just trying to figure out, what. So then it progressed. I was like, well, I need a few more minutes, to stretch more. So I went down to 6 a.m. I was like, that's pretty manageable. I can get up at 5 a.m. and go work out. And then, I don't even know how this ended up happening. Sometime when I started dating Meredith, we were like, why don't we go to the gym at 5 a.m.? And I still am like, I don't know what time I went to bed, But getting up at 4:30 and going to the gym at 5, now we've gone back to the 6 a.m. But I say all this to say, like, my goal was to build something great. And like Mike said, I'm kind of a calculated person. I'm simple. I need a plan. I need a routine. I need to write my workout the night before. I need to know what I'm eating the next day. And it's helped me accomplish a lot of things that I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't look that impressive up here, but I've done some things that, like, it's kind of hard to explain them. So, for example, I've put 302 pounds from the floor to my shoulders to standing overhead pretty much like this, which I was maybe around 200 pounds at the time. So, a significant amount of weight. But all that routine and practice and resistance is what got me to where I'm at now. So now I have a lot of cool skills. I can walk on my hands and do muscle ups and gymnastics and strength stuff, all because of that plan that I had. And I enjoy doing it, of course. So a big thing that is super important in fitness is progression. So we have a routine. Like I said, this was my routine this morning. Some different fitness regimens may look very different. But we have a plan, we have a structure, and the fitness that I do, we have a coach, we have a class. So we have all these things in line for us to do what we need to do. And y'all know how fitness works, like the simple version. You put your body through a stimulus and it adapts. So if you live in Florida your whole life, your body's exposed to the stimulus of heat. When you go up north, it's gonna suck for a while. Some people say it sucks no matter how long you live there, but really you get used to it. Your body's adapting to the stimulus. So same thing, if you're not used to walking and you walk a short distance, you might get winded, but your body's like, hey, I need to adapt. I need to be able to walk further. So that's essentially the principle of fitness, is you're always pushing harder to adapt to the next thing. So this week you might do 10 pounds on your lifts, and then your body adapts. Next week you do 15 pounds, so on and so forth. But it's always having something of resistance, and things are always going to get harder the stronger that you get. I was telling Meredith this the other day. I was like, one thing that sucks about getting strong is you have to lift more, which doesn't make sense, because in weightlifting we do a lot of percentage work. So if you lift 100 pounds, you might do 90% for 5 reps. But when you start lifting 300 plus pounds, your 90% is don't hit on my math, 275 or something. So it's significantly harder the bigger, the stronger you get. And I've seen a lot of parallels with the business. When new people are starting, it's kind of funny. People get newbie gains. So they come in and they start crushing it. They start making sales. They start getting new recruits. Just like when you're in the gym and you haven't worked out in a long time, you're going to get those newbie gains. Because your body's not used to it, it's going to grow really quick. But after you get that consistent progress, you start to kind of level out, and then it's okay, what do I need to do next to get to my next goal in business and physically? And like I said, that's adapting to a new stimulus. So we have our dials. When you're new, 30, 40, 50 dials in an hour might sound like a lot, but once you get good, once you get practiced, your mind's adapted to that stimulus. Okay, well, maybe I need to up it to 60, 70 dials an hour to actually achieve the number of appointments that I need to get. Same thing can be said for running appointments, and I know we always say the faster you fail, the better. So getting in as many appointments as quick as possible, your body, your mind, your skills are going to adapt to that new stimulus. And same thing with recruiting. My dad talks a lot about finding those right people that fit these criteria. The more people you talk to and work with and bring into the business, the more you'll see what criteria you should be looking for and who you should be working with. One good thing about our business is we have everything needed to build the perfect body. So the body would be your hierarchy, your business. Big thing, of course, and this is the base of your physical pyramid, your diet. What are you using to fuel yourself? You've got, your fruits, vegetables, so on and so forth. Here, what are you using to fuel your business? The biggest thing that I thought of was like books, because that's been fueling me a lot in the business lately. Reading every day, 15 minutes, it's a simple requirement, but that's something that you're using to fuel your mindset, fuel your body, and then you're reflecting that onto your team. Who you're listening to, that's another part of your diet. Whose coaching are you taking advantage of, or who are you listening to that you shouldn't be? Just like with our diet, we eat and drink things that we know we shouldn't be, but sometimes it tastes really good. Same thing here. Who are you listening to? What are you putting into your mind and your business? And then, I just thought of this. What are you feeding your business? If you're a coach, a cook, a dietitian, and you're trying to get somebody fit, you're not going to feed them crap. Like if you were hired to make somebody fitter, you're not going to feed them crap. So with your new agents, your job is to make them fit. What are you feeding them? Who are you telling them to get in front of? What books are you telling them to read? Just like we're putting into our own body, we need to help other people get the same thing. So we have our diet. We have our coaches. That's pretty obvious. All the people that are speaking here, your mentors that brought you into the business, cross-line, up-line, sideline. We have a ton of people that are here that are able to help you. The type of fitness I do, I like to have a coach because they can tell me what I'm doing wrong. They can cheer me on, even though sometimes, just like in the business, y'all be in severe pain, and they're like, come on, you got it. And you're just like so pissed off at them. You're like, I just want to punch you. Like, I may not have the energy to do a push-up, but I got enough to punch you right now. Anyways, so we have our coaches that we're able to listen to, learn from. They've all experienced everything. And then we do have our classes. The fitness classes, I like them because you get to get around other people. Like if I look at a workout and I know that's going to suck, that's when I go into the gym, because I need to be around other people. Even if I don't, say a word the whole class, I want to share in that misery and progress with those other people. And then here we have our classes, all the time. Like this is your big event. These quarterly events, they're your big classes where we get to share in victories with everybody around us. We have our hotspot trainings. We have our university classes, which I wouldn't put those. I'm saying the classes y'all need to be in are where you're around other people, getting that camaraderie, getting that help. But there's just a lot of parallels that are super helpful in the business and in your personal fitness. So kind of going to change the subject a little bit here. Our habits. And Marcus said I touched on this, and I was like, I don't know if he took that from me or if he already had it in his talk, because we talked about this the other day. But when military, when they're exhausted, when they're tired, when they don't know what's going on, it doesn't matter because they've been trained so well that they just revert to their training. So just like when you're on the phone script, I think this may be the best example. When somebody says something to throw you off, it doesn't matter because you're sticking to your training, you're sticking to your script. You know your job is to book that appointment. Jake Joseph, I don't know if I would put this in the category of a habit, but he made it a habit for a period of time. Reading the 8 steps he was told, if you read the 8 steps every month for a year, you'll make 6 figures. So he made it a habit of his to read the 8 steps every month for a year, and guess what? He made 6 figures. And I just like that example when he explains on it. Same thing with our sales presentation. We have our habits in those. What questions are we asking? Are we always building emotion? Are we always finding the why? These habits, it's not going to matter what is sitting across from who or what is sitting across from you. As long as you have that training, that routine, those habits, it's not going to affect you. You've exposed your body to the stimulus so many times, you've gotten so good at it that you're able to handle any of that. And I did say I was going to talk about some actual physical stuff. So habits, if you want to work on your health, hydrate. Always have some water around. You should be drinking, at the minimum, half your body weight in ounces. So if you're 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces of water a day. If you work out or something, drink a couple more glasses. Your diet, like I said, food is fuel for our body, so we always want to be putting the right stuff in. General health stuff is not hard to find online. I'm not a big fan of any diet that has a name, really. Your diet is what you eat every day. So as long as you can keep that clean. And I told Meredith, I would say this, if you really want to know how to dial in your diet, talk to a registered dietitian, not a Instagram something certified nutritionist. A registered dietitian, they know what they're talking about. And then exercise is big. I love to exercise. This morning I got up and, like I said, did a few push-ups and sit-ups and all that stuff. But walking, running, my biggest recommendation for exercise is do something that you like to do. So I like to lift weights and do pull-ups and sometimes run and sometimes row, all these different things. You might like Pilates, you might like yoga, cycling, swimming, rock climbing. But as long as you can get your body moving and you like doing it, you enjoy doing it, that's what I would recommend for your physical health. And then other strong habits, and this may even be the base, is your mental and your spiritual habits that you're going through every day. So like I said, reading is really big for me. I like putting that fuel into my body when I start the day, set my mindset right for the day, and praying, because same thing, I know I have a power higher than me's help throughout whatever I'm going to. So having good spiritual and mental habits, that helps. That's more so the base, I would say, of your pyramid, because if you got your mental and spiritual right, you're going to put the right things in your body, like food and drinks, and you're going to put the right things in your mind, like reading, listening to the solid audios. So last big concept that we have at the Alliance that probably goes along a little bit more with military or sports is the team. We have our coaches that I mentioned. They've seen it. They've been through it. They've helped a lot of other people do it, so they know what they're talking about. They're also trying to win. And a lot of people think like, oh, well, my upline doesn't want me to do good. Well, do you think Dave Doran, NC State, not doing so hot right now, do you think he wants his players not to do good? No, because he wants to win. If they do good, he wins. Same thing here. If you do good, your upline, your team, the Alliance wins. We have all-stars. Megan Wood, I know she's down the hall talking. The closers that were up here, they're experienced, they're good. It's proven based on their points that they've achieved, what they've set out to achieve. I know all of them want to, they have bigger goals that they're going for, but they're experienced, they're really good at what they do. We have veterans, so ones that have been here for a long time. I know a lot of people that have been up here already have mentioned like 30 years, I guess, for the Cats. They were here before the Alliance existed. but lots of people that have experience, both in sales, recruiting, building, people that we would call our veterans. They're also great to seek guidance from. We have our rookies, which everybody loves, when the rookie comes in and has an amazing season. So y'all that are bringing new people in, I would encourage you, and y'all that are new, go for that all-star rookie season because it brings everybody else up. Like when a team has, I know he's not a rookie now, Connor Bedard, he's supposed to be like the next Wayne Gretzky, and he definitely could be. But how fun would it be to just be on that team? So if you're coming in, you may be the next Wayne Gretzky. Think of how excited your team is going to be to have you. Same thing if you're bringing somebody in that could be the next Wayne Gretzky, Andy Riddle, Megan Wood. Think of how excited you're going to be to have them on their team. We even have talent scouts. So just like sports teams, they're always looking for new talent, looking for new players. We have people that will help you find new talent. So we're always looking for new, better people to join our team. And your uplines or coaches, veterans, they can help you find those people. And now we have like all these different recruiting methods like President's Club. What's the other? PC. ZipRecruiter, that's one. President's Club, ZipRecruiter to help you find the talent. And then once we get it in, we have our scouts, headquarters staff, our teams that'll help us filter who in that group like has the potential. Then, of course, we have our boot camps, our trainings that are always getting our minds right, and methods that have been repeated, shown to be successful, that we're always pushing on each other and on new people that we bring in. So we have this whole team here, and the biggest aspect of that some of this may not have been your choice, but we have friends and we have family. So for me, pretty obvious, I joined, well, for those that don't know, Brandon, my brother-in-law, actually got me into the business. So my dad recruited him, and then Brandon recruited me. So I have my actual family in the business. Then I have people that I've known for my whole life in the business. So I've got that family, and of course, all the friends that we get to see along the way. They're a big part of your team, of your support system. And what a lot of people don't seem to realize is like, this is only work if you really make it work. These are only your work friends if you make it that way. But it's a lot easier and it's a lot more fun if it's not your work friends, if it's your real friends. Well, I keep looking at Quanda. She's probably one of my best friends in the business. But all that being said, we have a great team. Here we go. So Goggins, I just read his book. He's got a great story, so I definitely recommend it. But he talks about when you're in the military, you have your, I may not be saying the right word, platoon, your unit that you're always going to be doing something with. You carry the boats. You're locked arm in arm when you're getting washed up waves on you on the beach. All these tough things that you're going to go through. But if a leader sees that you're going to hurt the team, they just say, get out of here. Because they want the team to be as strong as possible. If there's going to be one weak link, then we might as well just get rid of them. So remember that you're part of a big team too. Like, you're an important part of a team. So don't be the weak link. Don't be the one that's holding people back when they're trying to achieve stuff. Because just like the military, we have a goal that we're all trying to achieve. It's really hard to talk for 45 minutes, just so y'all know. That's another thing I want to say. I applaud all the speakers for doing these talks because, I don't know, it's tough up here. But what I wanted to wrap with, I need a few volunteers there may be physical movement involved. 3 or 4, it's not going to be hard. We got one, come on up. All right, there will be push-ups involved. All right. So, just want to show y'all my definition of a push-up, and some people's may be different, but a push-up is when you're here, you're coming down, chest to the floor, and then you're pushing up, all the way up. So this don't count, whatever else we might be doing. Do your best. Come up here, up front. Come up front. Get up. All right, so what we're going to do is push-up contest. Okay? We're just going to go until we're done. Okay. I feel like Joe is very confident up here. All right, so y'all, let's count them down. We're going to start. I don't know, are y'all just going to fall over and start? All right. 3, 2, 1, down, up, 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 down, up. All right, y'all just keep going. We're going to go till we can't no more. I want to see if Mike or Joe can hang on longer. All right, who's got it? Mike or Joe? Or Jan? All right. Y'all are good. So the purpose of doing this, I wanted to do something fun and fitness related, but to show, so Joe and Mike, I know we didn't say it was a competition, but I know that neither of them, they would have gone all day if they could, because they didn't want the other one to go longer than them, which is, a good aspect of our business. We have the competition. We're able to drive each other. We're able to push each other to go harder, essentially. So when you're here at these events, talk to other people. I know Brandon, he started a contest within AMG last night, but it's really just to drive people to go harder. And also, they probably wouldn't have done as well if they didn't have y'all cheering for them. So when you're bringing somebody in, when you're here at these events, cheer for other people. They like it. They want to do better when you cheer for them. We have a great team. We have a manual with the 8 steps. We have a plan to create an extremely large and fit business. So, use all of that to your advantage. Build your physical body so that it can best perform in your business as you're growing. With all that being said, I appreciate y'all. And I think another reason they put me right before lunch is because they knew I like to eat all the time. So if they allow us, we'll go to lunch early. Thank y'all for having me.